Welcome to Lena World. Today I'm going to talk to you about coffee grounds. I'm sure most of you like coffee, if not drinking, at least the smell of it. So if your health permits and you're making coffee, let's say at home, be it you're putting in a flask bottle, pouring it with hot water and letting it stay for a while, or any coffee machines if you have. Here this morning I used an espresso machine like this, a little pot, and you have the residue, coffee grounds. Now, what do we do with those coffee grounds? My advice for you is do not throw them away. So what do, I take an empty container and I just pour them out in a container, and I can place that container directly in the fridge without any lid, and it will eliminate any bad odor in your fridge. Okay. Now, if you want to put a lid, you can do that, but make sure you make some holes that, this smell, coffee smell oozes out and it eliminates any bad odor in your fridge. What else can you do with it? Remember, plants love it as a fertilizer, especially the ones that like acidity, like roses, rhododendron, azaleas, or any other plant. Remember, it is a fertilizer full of minerals for them. So you can use them directly on flower pots at home, or you can put them in your glass house if you have one, and just sprinkle around the stem or the bush, whatever you're growing in your glass house, or even outside for that matter, and it will be a natural fertilizer. So here I have a flower, and what I do, I will just put it directly on the flower pot, okay? Now, to eliminate a bad odor in my shelves, let's see, on my living space, I don't use the brewed coffee grounds. What I use fresh coffee grounds, okay? Either fresh coffee grounds, or you can alternatively use coffee beans, because with coffee grounds might get a little too messy, okay? So how do you use those coffee grounds in my living space? In the cupboards, or what I like to do, I put little sachets in my suitcase when I'm traveling, just to make sure I have my suitcase, which becomes actually my living space in some ways, because my whole life is in the suitcase when I go and travel for a few months at a stretch. And I put little sachets. I want to make sure it stays free of any bad smells. Okay, so I just take a sachet. You can use a cotton sachet. These are not cotton sachets. And I just put some coffee grounds directly in it. Okay, you can fill it up as much as you want. And then what you do, you make sure that you tie it up properly. Okay, that it doesn't spill out, because then it becomes really messy. Okay, if it's too messy, use the coffee grounds. So how does it eliminate the odor? Just remember, when you're at the airport duty-free area, when you want to buy some perfume or cologne, and you're smelling one, smelling another one, and you're dazed by the smells, and you want to smell a few more fragrances, you want to really decide which one is the best, but your nose cannot intake any more new smells. So what does the sales assistant does at this time? It gives you a pot, a little container with coffee beans. That kind of kills all the other smells that you've been smelling up to that moment, and that eliminates any odor, and then you can again have a fresh nose smelling new smells. So these are my little uses of coffee grounds. I hope it helped. Again, don't throw them out. So if your health permits, when you drink coffee, make it at home. Utilize those coffee grounds for good reasons.